Alright, if you're watching this video, or if you're just listening to it, well, chances are I didn't have time to record anything, so you get something like a filler, I guess. It's the Bina Storytime, everyone. Isn't that nice? If you don't like Bina, kindly fuck off and close the video. No, actually, keep watching because I might give her some shit. If you do like Bina, sure, great, you have supreme taste. Why don't you fucking like this video as much as you like Bina? By that I don't necessarily mean press the like button, but just enjoy it, please. That's the best thing you can do. Enjoy my content. To your heart's content. Hey Bina, how's it going? You're back. Wait, I did press on the first segment, didn't I? Yes, I'm back. Immediately that music filled with a mysterious sense of, what the hell am I doing here? Did you have fun while I was locked up here? Yeah, how about you lock me up now, please? Don't worry, I'm not mad at you. Oh, agony, you will never leave me, so I came here to honor you. It's hard to know the flow of time in this place. Oh, remember, Bina's translation is kinda weird, so we might hit a few bumps here and there. So this eternity saved me. Have you ever seen shrouds of a huge river that crossed the entire city? I might have, and if I did, maybe I've forgotten? I don't know. Is this a euphemism? A huge river? Are you talking about genitals? I don't know. If you get downstream after the wild rapids and the winding current, you will see an enormously broad but peaceful meadow. So, everything ends well? Is that the message? That land is covered with all kinds of mud, sand and sludge that has come from upstream. Those which weren't caught by the upper stream and midstream would finally end up here at the bottom. The lower stream, aka me when I stream on Twitch. Oh god. To receive all the sludge that piles up, I would recommend a strong back that won't break easily, and a big bucket. Say it, Bina. I've seen many wells here. I have to draw water every day, but the water level never seems to lower. So remember, she's not necessarily drawing water, but she's rather drawing cogito / ego out of people / abnormalities, right? She is extracting, because she's literally in the extraction team, but that's what she does. She, because she's so fucked up in her head, because she was a psychopath while she was alive, I guess, is the only person A thought to be fit for the job. He thought, okay, she won't get too mad at this, and even if she does, I don't necessarily care because she killed all my friends. So I'm gonna stuck her down here looking at what no one should be looking at, really, if they want to retain their sanity. So, the water is the human subconsciousness. And the water level never seems to lower is because there's just too much of it. Also, I don't think I've ever noticed this, but is this water? Is this sand? What is flowing out of this container? What is a well? What does it mean to draw water? I don't remember what I asked first time, so let's give a dumb response because we are actually quite dumb. I say we, I mean me. The well is so deep that the bottom cannot be seen, and it has been the source of all mankind and their relics from ancient times. The water inside the well never has flowed outside. There have been only a few ripples that permeated from the leaves that fell from the winds. Can you be any more cryptic, maybe? Please, I love it. Maybe it was a warning for those who were thirsty trying to quench their thirst. But it was you who put the bucket in the well. That has to be a euphemism though, right? Yeah, I did it. I admit, I put the bucket in the well, and I force you to draw the well every so often. But it was not you who poured the water. It was here from the very beginning. Don't ask me for my name. It's Bina, it says right here. It's like you're wearing a little name tag on your coat. And your quite beautiful coat, by the way, which... Man, the fucking aesthetics of Binah are just amazing. I'm not sure if I necessarily look forward to a redesign in Ruina, but she still looks quite lovely actually with the long hair. Yeah, I would say Binah got it quite good, right? Same as Hokhmah. Hokhmah looks pretty good in the redesign. It's just the whole art style is vastly different. Binah is not a name. Yeah, translation issues, I guess. It's the sad name of the place where many graves are located. Is it actually? Someone give me the rundown on the Binah in the Jewish Kabbalah. I am the one who draws the water. Why have you come to this place, and what do you wish me to draw? A rabbit? A tree? And a house, maybe? Maybe a car? I don't know, just draw whatever you like. Let's just continue. Are you looking at all the tombstones of this place? I guess all of these are, in a way. Maybe every single symbol is a name that has been drawn. It's a sight to see. There have been days where I've spent reading all the meaningless letters written on them. These are also coffins. It is death itself, but also the possibility of birth. So one has to maybe think that while Hokhmah is resurrecting all these people, their vessels, their bodies, quite possibly their souls, Binah also has something to do with whatever is stored in the facility. So both of them are kinda working in tandem, I guess, which is why they're both down here in the lower levels. So these things are also storing shit, kinda like what Hokhmah is storing, I guess. Man, I'm trying to find a comparison, an analogy. But I don't know, if I compare the human mind to data, I wonder what Hokhmah is storing and what Binah is storing. I'm not smart enough to make a comparison. Feel free to make one, because I think if both of them are storing something like the essence of humanity, or humans, or whatever, you can possibly draw quite a beautiful picture here, no pun intended to what Binah just said. Anyway, I've been guarding their coffins for many years. I perform their dedications for those who cannot leave here. That's one of the few things I do here. If you spend enough time in the grave, you can hear the whispers of the dead. The sound of their words so dark, it makes me feel like I am being filled with black water. Seeing as you're taking a look around here, you must be starting to get bored. No, Binah, I just love your company. I don't always have guests, and I would feel bad to only show you these tombstones. Oh god, she's gonna show me the well. Did you call Binah? The boundary of this employee had once crumbled. What's your name? My name is Nathan. This one was in charge of extracting ego. He happened to see the inside of the well by chance, but luckily survived. Poor dude. It's like, oh my god, I don't even want to go there, but it's like a very horrible accident that leaves you basically with no quality of life whatsoever, but somehow you still survived, which is a miracle. And being alive is beautiful, but you have to think what life is worth living, and I'm not the one to judge that. But once you've seen the well, I would assume that your life is not worth living anymore, I don't know. He had to pay for looking into the well, but they managed to save him by giving him a maximum dose of enkephalin. After that, he was able to return to work. But once you glimpse through the crack of the boundary, you can never go back to the world where you once belonged. Do you want to see something interesting? Yeah, let's remind him of his fucking trauma. Come on, Binah, let's do it, I love you. Nathan, could you tell the manager what you saw and what you had to forget? From the tombstones, sleeping people deep down. They are the ones who are dreaming good dreams. At the same time, they are called the well in the language of this place. We need to extract them and inject Cogito. Then what? What did you see? That man. That. Keep going. He in the well. He passed out. Poor thing. The reason he passed out is that these people. Oh, this fucking choice didn't make any fucking sense. I love it. I love it so much. The jankiness of this. I don't think I would have fallen in love with this game as much if everything had been perfect. Sometimes a 10 out of 10 is worse than a 9 out of 10, right? You want to have some flaws. Level with me here, but I don't mean this bad when I say this, but it's the same with your significant other, isn't it? Would you want to be in a relationship with a 10 out of 10? I fucking wouldn't. Imagine being with someone perfect all day. That has to be fucking boring. And I don't know, after a while you just think, oh my god, you know what, I've seen enough. I've seen it all now. And there's nothing that can satisfy me anymore because, well, this 10 out of 10 just isn't doing it for me. I, for one, like little flaws the most about every person, not just in a relationship. Every person has some kind of flaw, and I like to know them, and I love to love them. Honestly, it's the best thing. Finding out those little things people mostly try to hide, if it's on the inside. If it's on the outside, it can be even a slightly crooked tooth, you know, a little mole, maybe like Bina, maybe. A mole that's slightly too big, maybe not like one Marilyn Monroe head or something. Not like some kind of beauty spot. Maybe their eyes are slightly on different heights and stuff. I don't know. It's weird, and I know I have weird fetishes, but it's what I genuinely love about, in my case, women, I guess. But all of my male friends also have something going for them, which I kind of like. And I'm the most flawed person there is, I think, so I guess I should love myself, but I'm so bad and ugly that I hate myself? I don't know. Don't worry, he won't last even today with a mind as weak as his. I'm sorry for this exposition. You didn't ask, and I still answered. It is easier to do nothing and just watch the sands fall away, rather than trying to stop the sand castle from collapsing. Yeah, just do nothing, that's easy, I guess? Okay. I've been seeing what this child saw for hundreds, thousands of times, or even more. Why are you still here? Why are you okay? I guess those questions are asked from her point of view, and they somehow messed it up in the translation. So why are you still okay, Bina? Why am I still sane enough to talk with you peacefully? I can barely contain my spirit thanks to my mechanical body. Yes, the strong back that never breaks. But, hey, did you forget I was also born from a human mind? The thing I like about Bina's sprite is that she moves her face just a minuscule amount, but you can tell her emotions just by her eyebrows and her mouth alone. It's actually the same for almost all of the sprites. Hot is very expressive, same as Malkav, but all of the other Sephiroths only have very slight changes in their facial expressions, I think. Some more than others, obviously, and Bina possibly has the least. She looks like a lifeless doll, which is maybe why I love her so much. However, one good thing. Even if I go crazy and run amok, destroying everything including you, I have her to turn my power off. But if that day really comes, I would rather you kill me than her. It's the least you can do to a confined person as me. Alright, Bina. Okay, I'm gonna kill you if you want to. Do you want me to choke you too? Fierce fights break out every day here, just as you have lived until this moment. You've seen this countless times, haven't you? Yeah. With enough time, abnormalities come back to life, no matter how many pieces they're broken into. It's one of the facts that drive Gebura mad. She took too long to realize that abnormalities are to be exploited, not terminated. Or perhaps she just couldn't shake the anger of her past off. Well, it's none of my business. All I know is that I will never see her old self again. Still, I am awestruck to Ego's potential whenever I see her go berserk. Why are you awestruck? What is Ego's potential? Why are you awestruck? Extracting Ego is one of my many works. That's why I'm naturally drawn to it. In fact, there are many weapons that hold enormous power in this world, besides Ego. Artifacts from the outskirts, ruins and singularities of the wings, or crude inventions made in back streets. Oh, I'm so looking forward to the next game. I can't fucking wait. I just want more of this world. I want to see some of those artifacts. Come on. Not the shitty card game types, but I guess hopefully Ruina won't be a shitty card game unless the other artifact. But oh god damn it, I just want to know what's going on out there. Then again, I guess most of the game will take place in the library. Using them correctly would result in weapons that would fairly stand against abnormalities. But giving those weapons to employees who have never learned about combat outside the basic training is as futile as teaching a baby bird how to hunt. The rabbits are specialized at killing. As long as they have enough ammunition, they can kill anything. Except if they heal it up by going the wrong damage type. Unlike our employees who can't even handle weapons properly. But they can. If they don't die to the claw, that is. Combat prowess is not one of the requirements after all. But they don't have to learn how to use Ego. Its power grows accordingly to the wielder's heart. You know how to use them at the moment your hand touches them. However, even with this power, most of the employees barely stand a chance against abnormalities. I haven't seen anyone who can draw out its true potential, besides the Red Mist. Wielding Ego is donning someone else's ego. It's not the wielder's power, it's merely borrowed, imitated. If I knew that before I had been locked in here, I would have done anything to get my hands on them. So the power of Ego is not something that is much talked about outside, I guess, or maybe it's a new thing, since Ego is quite possibly the strongest thing you can wield if you want to have a weapon. And you'd think Bina, as, you know, the eye, would have known about the possibilities and potential of Ego, but apparently she didn't. I don't know. Then the circumstances may be different greatly. After I am contained here, I am ordered to merely extract Ego, forbidden from holding it. They're scared even though my bloodthirstiness is locked behind this metal wall. Body. Do not worry, I have nothing left. You have me, Bina, you have me. But you never know, the yearning for blood may rise again, for they are merely sealed, not eradicated. Oh, I love her so much. Sorry, Angela. Sorry, I know this was supposed to be your fucking season, but you fucked off after the true ending somehow. You didn't appear anymore in videos. I don't know why. I have to do all by myself. And where even are you now? I can't tell. You were gone suddenly. And now I'm here left with Bina. Do you not allow me to fall back to my old self, where I just kissed her feet like it was the best thing ever? God damn it, Bina. The world you stayed in was bright once. There was sun. There was the sun, moon, and clouds floating around them. I don't know, this is a weird sentence. It was the world of light. But you couldn't stay there. They have robbed you of countless things. You lived with an incomplete heart, holding onto the void. Nobody could understand you, nor embrace you. Eternal loss dominated your heart. I was one of your robbers. I was looking down on your struggle, standing on the top of the world. Not only you, I've seen many other struggles. It was no less futile than a bug's wriggling. All I had to do was just step on them a few times. Yes! Sorry. But rarely, some of them clenched their teeth and climbed up, dragging their broken bodies. It looked like it will be a delightful trail. I sipped a cup of tea a few times before I took off. But as you can see, the red mist got the best of me. Teehee? And you gave me pain just as much as I gave you. Sorry for that chuckle, Jesus. You knew how to break one's mind besides the gruesome torture or use of violence. Eternal torture. That's the trick. If you're ever in that situation, make sure they live forever. God. I wonder if we'll ever in a situation where we can live forever. I don't think I'll experience that. I don't want to be honest. After everything's done, you collected every bit of human in me and threw them in this hole until even the soul was rotten. You may have told yourself that I deserve even more than this. Then you must be an upholder of justice, are you not? If it is so, why are you standing there looking like a prisoner just like me? You, who fearfully avoided my dying gaze. Why here, being punished like me? Well, this is a satisfying view to me. Is this what her great idealism came to be? You have dragged down your own hero. Do you think your duty is fulfilled after shedding a tear at the funeral of the innocents? She's basically hinting at what A had to sacrifice in order to achieve what he's achieved so far. And she's indirectly asking if Carmen would be okay with that, or if the old A would be okay with that, or if the current A is okay with that indeed. When their bodies are still restless? Ironically, you find a hope in all this misery. The material that the bucket is made of. The gateway to everyone's river. You use the bucket to draw the water from others' wells. The bucket rises with the water of a person from the well of a person. The ancient river flowing at the bottom, even before the world was born. It's drawn whether the person consents or not. A change comes when the bucket that holds her saturated ideal and others' ego. I can't fix that sentence, I think. What is that change you're talking about? I don't need to know about the bucket this time. Perhaps it's hard to understand by just listening. Oh god. I'm slipping into the Matrix, Bina. Quick, upload all hentai circa 2000 to 2010 into my brain, thank you. How about I show you her miracles? It's burdensome, but for you, anything. People who are selected long ago are waiting. I bring them accordingly to the record. Hokhmah, working together as I said. Let me introduce. This is Nameless. Great. He has nothing left, for he has abandoned everything that is himself long ago. To him, things like the remains of the past or the pain of the present are not important. He only sees the future. Have you dreamt well? Yes, you shall dream eternally as you want. Employees will inject Cogito soon. What river does flow in you? What world do you hold in you? There are as many worlds, as many people there are. Discovering them is quite fun. Nobody can see this. I love how they fucked up her face sprite over there. You can tell, right? Jesus, it would be so easy to fix as well. I don't know why they decided to do it like this. So basically, I've taken a look at the game files, obviously, to do my thumbnails and stuff. The Binah sprite is her body, and then her facial expression is just pasted onto that. If they just pasted the whole head, they could have fixed this. Or maybe it's just a placement issue, I don't know, but there's a clear black line here, right? Anyway, that's why they are adjusting the level of Cogito to my order, being blind and deaf. People should not make eye contact with the drawer. But I must gaze into his eyes until the end. I can't look away no matter how painful it is. In those eyes is the unbearable void and things that should not exist, that only I can endure. This is the punishment you gave me. A normal person would have gone mad thousands of times. Thanks to you, I can't be granted with the bless of madness. The only thing I can do is to lock myself in my eyes? I push my fingers into... Now we wait. We need more time to see if it can be sent up to start anew, or to spend eternity here in this pillar with me. Now, do you know what these pillars hold? Corpses, lots and lots of corpses. Let's say you're lucky today. Sometimes, when the cogito level is inadequately adjusted, things that should not exist come up like fragments. Funny that I say this, but it's like an adverse reaction that comes as a prize for doing unspeakable things to a human being. The bucket draws other things than what we need, such as an abyss that's asleep beneath the humanity, subconsciousness, and every possibility. The things from the past, present, even the future. Everything. They're out of our control. We can't do anything about them, but they just come up because, well, if you open the gates to hell, do you really not expect a few demons to jump through and wreak havoc on your world? They float around, echoing with the abnormalities, and eventually manifest themselves once the time comes. They're what you call ordeals. Fortunately, our firepower can suppress them, but that's all we can do. Yes, as you heard, extracting an abnormality is my work, but creating it was Carmen's, who you buried a long time ago. She's the mother to all abnormalities. I love how the music fits that single moment. Jesus. How do you feel now that you know those abnormalities you faced are parts of these pillars? You don't feel anything to this agonizing view, do you? Running away from your memory and acting like as if nothing has happened is your specialty after all. Fuck, was that the fourth one? Jesus, these segments are way too long for me to remember, so... Okay, we had this one already. I'm sorry. Oh, this is the fucking quality you've subscribed for, right? Oh yeah, Bina. Okay, yeah, looking evil. Bucket. Here we go. Bina segment number 5. Oh, fucking A, 10 out of 10 quality. I'm so glad I'm recording this. Oh, why am I such a dummy? I can't even remember a single number for 10 minutes at a time. You told me to sacrifice everything. Would you have done the same if you knew this view? I always wondered. This is no man's land, the place of silence. Employees who visit here usually lose their minds and embrace the oblivion. Ah, one of the best music tracks in this game. It's been a long time to ever talk with someone. You may be mistaken that I am the only being here, but I have countless companions who have been spending eternity with me. I'll introduce you to one of them. You created the bucket by rebuilding, dividing, proliferating Carmen's body. You also created Cogito, the fluid of life and death. Only a very small dose existed back then, but it soon infinitely grew and is now stagnated like a pond. Well, maybe that's because we're drawing it from a big vat in which Carmen's remaining body is flowing in and there's no fresh water access or anything, so we're just basically injecting corpse juices into everyone? Fuck me, why are we doing this? Isn't this goddamn horrible? Here we go, there's the pond. Can you see? She's looking at us under the pond. I look at the bottom of it when it becomes too burdening. Which is weird because... I don't know, but once you reach day 50, you see where Carmen's vat is. And it's in the middle of record and extraction. It's not underneath extraction, so I don't know. It feels like we are alone in the world when I do that. Oh yeah, there's a theory out there that Carmen is actually speaking to Bina and vice versa, which is why Bina is so tame. And why Bina is accepting Carmen's ideals in a way. Maybe also why Bina is still with us in Ruina because she changed her ways, chasing after Carmen's ideals just like all the others. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Sometimes it feels like she's talking to me. Yeah, here we go. But does it just feel like it, or are they really talking to each other? And what is Carmen telling her? Take good care of A, please. Please don't NTR me. But still, maybe invite him to tea? I don't know. I know, she's only an amalgamation of flesh, brain and tentacles. Juicy. Floating beneath the pond. Where are the tentacles even coming from? Some injected it, some went mad seeing her. Some gave the body and became lifeless and deathless. The others, who couldn't take all of this, told everything to the head. Talking about the Sephiroths here, quite obviously. This is a collaboration of despair that you and she made. You're still not qualified to look down into the pond. You need to look straight to your road to do so. Are you seeking redemption? Another great track. Binah's segments are just full of really good music tracks, I think. Or are you seeking to redeem everyone who is trapped here with me? Whatever your goal is, you may think that saving this facility from sin is all you have to do. Even you, who have gotten out of this facility for a long time, would know that there are people hopelessly being killed by abnormalities. Every wing has their own share of painful stories. Nest, backstreet, ruins, outskirts. The unimaginable pain is prevailing in this world. I have seen everything, because I wasn't being obsessed with an unreachable ideal like you were. The world that you looked up and the world I looked down on are different. You captured me and tortured me to your heart's content, but we are still writhing in despair. Someone replaces me and becomes the arbiter of the head and swings claws at you. Even if you cut this cycle, it will be pointless. Broken wings will spread anew. A brief resistance will soon be forgotten, and people will live on just because they can't die. You may think that you have drawn me down, but I am still looking down on you, twitching like bugs. I want to see you suffer in pain after realizing that this cycle will never end. This is her way of saying, are you a bad enough dude to do this until day 50? And A answers, fuck yes I am, look at my cojones. I want to see you kneeling before me. Oh, sorry, that was a Freudian slip, fuck me. I want to see you kneeling before the might of destiny, I meant, Jesus. Despair, submit to your fate. Resist to your very end, and finally break. I see you too are into mind break. Let the final resistance melt, and quietly flow through the water underneath the earth. She was badly wounded by Kali, yet she was our only way out. It was a miracle that we captured her. We were too far down the road filled with remorse to feel any guilt. We're gonna dig through her head. How to avoid the head's gaze, the way to get into one of the wings, and the way for us, the few, to survive. It was impossible to discover these on our own. She was barely breathing, but her brain was still active. That was all we needed. We dug through her head like we did to Carmen. We searched for the way out. Wait, we did the same to Carmen? Isn't that kind of fucked up? I mean, you loved Carmen. Why did you do that? I guess they had to find the blueprints for some of the Coquito stuff or something. I don't know, and they had to kind of disassemble Carmen to put her into the vat and get the Coquito in the first place. After that, we arduously collected those bits that were deformed. The guard at the gate of hell must always despair, for him not to fall into the hell. That was segment number 5 just now, right? I don't know why I still can't remember. Fuck me. This place has become Barren now, after all. Scarian now. H Corporation employee. Please, let me go. I did what you told me. Don't you feel anything that the place you belong to is now all ashes and rust? I couldn't feel anything looking at a meteor shower or shiny sunlight since my childhood. Very much a sign that Garian has something in her head being fucking wrong. Like, she's either a psychopath or a sociopath. But this makes me feel something. But it's not enough. I'm still thirsty. Why are you trembling? Where's your guts? I can't believe you tried to betray your comrades. But please, just let me go. You've got everything you want. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was an okay one. Thanks for those who trusted you. We have this beautiful view. I like killing people with that weapon, you know. That thing called trust. Scavengers will arrive soon. They are never late. We have a symbiotic relationship. I'm too busy to get rid of all the drags. I leave those to them. No! Please! Yes, that face! Not the scavengers, please! That's what makes you look alive. Lovely. Really nice. Remember when she asked him where his guts were? Well, here's the answer. Oh. God damn it. Ah, silence and a metallic scent of tea. My best friends. Maybe it's the blood around you, you know, Bina, but I too am a tea person, I guess. You like them too, don't you? Now, to the next place. I don't like following information given by some orange-haired kids. But the weak ones give valuable information. What face will show me that they are alive next? Only trembling, dying things excite me. Oh, is that maybe why Bina and I are such a good fit? Only the sound of a dying breath and a face that clings onto fading life satisfies me. In Bina's case, it's not choke me daddy, but rather choke your daddy. You and I are the same. We are the mutants of this age. No, let's say that we are the ones that fit to this crazy, crazy world. You planned everything, but whatever you do here, the world won't change. Rising wings, syndicates from back streets, things from outskirts, abyss from ruins, arbiters like me, the claws, the eyes. You will never stand a chance against them alone. She's right. Even with us cleaning humanity from the fucking sickness, you know, purging whatever it is, purging the apathy. Would that change everything wrong in the world? It wouldn't, even if it went well, even if the seed of light was shooting up into the sky for 7 days instead of 3 or something. Why would it suddenly fix the power hierarchy of the head and the wings and stuff? It would maybe make people wake up a little, but the system's already in place. Someone like A can't topple it all. But I guess it would be a beginning at least, and this is what Carmen wanted to give people hope. I guess hope for a better world. I guess Bina sees this differently, I don't know. But the world won't change just by standing here either. I will see everything you do. I will not avoid. I will not hide. I will not rest. I will never close my eyes or turn my head. Just go ahead like you have always been doing. Then you might make it. Ah, here we go. Oh, Bina. Good old Bina. And by that I don't mean that she's old. Please don't call Bina a hag. Whoever is calling Bina a hag in the comments, I'm gonna scold you. Okay? Don't call her an old hag. She's middle-aged. That's not old. I'm middle-aged soon too, I think. I mean, oh god, I'm nearing my 30s soon. Jesus Christ. I'm so old. Are there even I don't know, on the internet it always feels like you're the oldest person. At least for me. A few years ago it didn't, but oh, fuck me, don't even get me started on that. Goddamn Zoomers, right? Jesus. So, next week, or I don't know, can I say next week? I've recorded this on the off chance that I need to use this sometime soon. I don't know if I'll use this Friday or not. So, next time, hopefully more gameplay? Maybe? I mean, it's all dependent on how much stuff I have to do with the babby and stuff. And some other shit. Work and other life-related bullshit. So, hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things by sacrificing sleep. Jeez. Bye, everyone. Bye.